Hey guys, welcome back to our weekly announcements. We have made it. We are into May. This is our first announcement video for the month of May. And we have some very, very important things to discuss with you today. So strap on in. We've got some very important information coming your way right now. First off, I want to let everybody know that your teachers have been working very diligently to get the school prepared for item retrieval coming up this week. Tuesday and Wednesday are the days for us to be able to go into the school, collect any leftover items that we were unable to get on the last day of school back before March break, or just after March break, I guess. So there is some very important information coming your way. Please pay very close attention. First off, I want to remind all parents that emails and talk mails were sent home last week regarding our item retrieval. Mrs. Brown has sent that information home, but as a reminder, I'll fix my hood. As a reminder, there is some very important things to remember. First off, families must come during their scheduled times. There won't be an opportunity for you to come when it's convenient for you, unfortunately, and that's not a great thing for everyone, but it is important that we stick to the schedule. There are some very high standards that we must adhere to. This is coming from the district as well as the province, so we are obliged to follow those strict guidelines that have been set out for us as staff of the school. So first off, you will be assigned a time based on your alphabetical order for your student. So you may not have the same last name as your student, and it is based on the student's last name. So we'll go through the list. On Tuesday from 8:30 until 9:15, that is a time that is scheduled for any family who have either siblings, parents, or people with a compromised immune system. If you need to access the school at 8:30 to 9:15 because of a compromised immune system, you do need to let Mrs. Brown know. So you need to contact her at erica.brown@nbed.nb.ca, erika.brown@nbed.nb.ca. You've got to make that arrangement in advance. If you are not on the list for coming in during compromised immune times, you will not be permitted into the building early to collect any articles early. Starting at 9:15 until 10:45, we have hour-and-a-half blocks. That will be for anyone with the last name AC. At 10:45 till 12:15, we have our D to F. 12:15 to 1:45 is G to I, and from 1:45 until 3 o'clock we have J to L. At 3 o'clock, there will be no one else admitted into the building for Tuesday. You must come at your specific time for your student's last name. Again, if you have the compromised immune system and you need to access the building early, from 8:30 till 9:15, you must get in contact with Mrs. Brown. That brings us to the remainder of our students. The remainder of our students will be scheduled to come into the school on Wednesday, again at 8:30 till 9:15. This is an opportunity for people with compromised immune systems again. Again, please be sure to contact Mrs. Brown to let her know. These are for anyone, this day is for anyone who is between M and Z. So Tuesday, compromised immune is from A to L. Wednesday, compromised immune is M to Z. After our special time, we have an hour-and-a-half for 9:15 till 10:45 for M to O last names. 10:45 till 12:15 is P to S. 12:15 till 1:45 T to V. And 1:45 till 3 o'clock, W to Z. So once again, those times are extremely important. We cannot allow you into the building if it is not your scheduled designated time. Now, For those of you that are unable to attend during those times, we will have a 3-hour window on Wednesday evening from 4 o'clock until 7 o'clock. In order to access the building between 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock, you will need to make an appointment with Kathy, our secretary. Her email address is Kathy, Kathy, .morton, MORTON, @nbed.nb.ca. If your name is not on that list, you will not be permitted to get into the building at those times. So those emails, those school contacts are extremely important. We cannot stress that enough. There will be no drop-ins. There will be no people just coming in. We must have scheduled appointment times because of the seriousness of the exposure to our families. Now, as far as entering and exiting the building, there are some more very explicit instructions for our families to follow. You must follow these guidelines at all times while entering and exiting the building. First off, our K-2 parents, anyone in kindergarten to grade 2, you will be asked to park in front of the school. So in the front parking lot, that is for K-2 students only. Our K-2 parents will park in front of the school and enter through the front door of the building, the main door where our elementary students catch the school bus, not the office door, but the main front door where the students come in the morning. You will also then exit through the side stairwell closest to Westmoreland Road. Also, there will be someone who is taking you around, a staff member who will come and collect you, take you around the building, and then escort you out, which is another reason why it is very important to be prompt and to be quick in the building. Our 3 to 5s, all our 3 to 5 parents will be asked to park out in the back parking lot by our playground. We need to make sure that if you have a K-2 student and a 3 to 5 student, we're recommending that you park in front of the building in the K-2 and collect their belongings first, and then you can go deal with your 3 to 5 student from there. When you are leaving the building at the 3 to 5 level, you will be leaving again through the back stairwell where the students would exit for recess time, and you can then access your vehicle from there. Grade 6 to 8, our grade 6 to 8 families are asked to please park down by the soccer field and come up to the main doors by the school library. So parking goes down by the soccer field. You will enter the building by the school library. Now, exiting the building will depend entirely on where your locker is situated. So anyone who has lockers to the right of the library, so the grade 6 wing, as well as the basement, you will exit the side fire exit to the soccer field. And those of you who have lockers to the left of the library, you will exit the building through the main front doors by the office. Again, please don't be overwhelmed by the information that I am providing with you today for this particular endeavor. We are going to have lots of staff on hand the day of the item retrieval that can help guide you through the process. So don't stress over this. This is a pretty simple process that we can all get through, and we can all stay safe while doing so. There are only 3 or 4 things that we really would like to emphasize in terms of the rules, so to speak, for coming into the school to collect items. First rule would be that we're asking you to please respect social distancing expectations. So we're asking that, as terrible as it may sound, staff members are asking no hugs, no high fives, those kinds of things with staff and students or families. So unfortunately, we are going to have to hold off on those embraces and those warm feelings for another time, expressed with our words so that everybody is safe from harm. The second rule will be that you are going to be asked to bring a pair of gloves from home, a pair of rubber gloves. If you do not have gloves with you, that's okay. we will just simply ask that you wash your hands for 20 seconds before going and doing anything in or around our classrooms. So there will be washrooms available for all of our families upon entering the building to simply wash hands, get themselves cleaned and sanitized before they go into the building. Masks have been recommended from the Department of Health and Safety, so we would ask that if you are interested in wearing a mask, please bring that with you. At the K-5 level, this is a bit of a sticky situation for some, I realize, but this is how things are going to roll. The K-5 level, we are only going to allow one parent into the building. So one parent will have to go into the building. If you bring students with you, they will be expected to stay either outside or with someone else while the parent goes into the building. So we're not permitting students at the K-5 level into the school. At the middle school end, because we are a little older at that end and some students are not able to bring a family member with them. If parents come with their students, they are allowed one parent, one student, or just a parent, or just a student. The students at that age are a little bit older and they can get into lockers and those kinds of things on their own. So the middle school end will look slightly different than the elementary, but we feel that that is our best case scenario. Families who have multiple grade levels. So if, like I said earlier, if you have a student in grade 1 and perhaps a student in grade 5, we're asking that you please deal with the kid in grade 1 first, and then you can go and we'll figure out how we want to deal with the grade 5 student after. So please, we will discuss that when you arrive at the school on your day. And as I said earlier, the last rule is that a staff member from the school will be required to go with you around the building, simply for the fact that there are areas that have been cleaned and there are areas that have not been cleaned quite as well. So we want to make sure that everybody is safe while we're in the building. So it's just simply common areas and classroom areas to collect belongings, lockers, and then we unfortunately will have to shoo you out the door. If you do have any questions regarding your time or anything like that, you can always get in touch with the school or Mrs. Brown. Email is the preferred way. You can also contact your student's homeroom teacher and they should have all the information that you need in order to safely and efficiently collect all of your student belongings. Mr. Goguen has once again sent in his composer of the week, and this week it is, boom, Duke Ellington. Duke Ellington was an American jazz musician who was very famous throughout the early 1900s. If you would like to learn more, he has a project waiting for you under his tab in the Weebly site. All right, it is birthday times. Here are the students who will be celebrating birthdays in our school this week. All right, guys, it is trivia time. So the other day when we were in the building getting prepared for our classroom item pickup, I took the opportunity to take a wander around the school and snap some photos while we were there. Today's trivia question is, where are these photos taken? I have two, one for elementary and one for middle school, and bam, there they are. You can email me, christopher.tobin@nbed.nb.ca. You can send your answers to me on Twitter at Forest Hills PE. You can do all of that, and please make sure that you identify where these pictures are. One is at the elementary end, that is here. One is middle school end, that is here. If you know both, send me both. If you only know your end of the building, send me your end of the building. All right. Our winners for last week's trivia were Derek Merrily, Daniela and Mila McDonald, who were able to identify our trivia question last week. We are looking for as many people to respond as possible. So if you do have an answer, please make sure you contact me at christopher.tobin@nbed.nb.ca or on Twitter at Forest Hills PE. You can send me your answers and we'll give you a shout out next week on the weekly announcements. All right, everybody, that's all we have time for today. We want to wish you a great week. We hope to see a few of you on the item retrieval days. So on Tuesday or Wednesday, it would be great to see all of our families coming in. Give us a wave, say hi. We want to make sure that everybody is taken care of and looked after. So with that being said, we are going to have some special sign-offs today. I am Mr. Tobin, as always. Have a great week, everybody, and we will see you soon.
Be respectful.
Be responsible. Make sure to wash your hands.